All right, let's talk about something huge, something that is quietly costing brands an absolute fortune: unanswered questions. We're going to dive into how these little moments of doubt from customers are actually a massive opportunity, and how a new way of thinking can turn them into a serious engine for revenue. Let's get into it.
Okay, let me ask you something. Think about the last time you were shopping online. You're right there, you're about to click buy, but then a tiny question pops into your head. Is this thing actually machine washable? Or will this get here by Friday? You look around for a quick answer, can't find one, and you just close the tab. We've all done it, right?
Well, it turns out it's not just a few of us. A full half, 50%, of all online shoppers have bailed on a purchase for that exact reason. That is 1 out of every 2 customers who are ready to give you their money just walking away. This isn't just a tiny leak in the boat, it's a massive hole, and sales are pouring out. And that really brings us to the first big idea here. We have to stop thinking about these questions as just, a simple customer service task. They're not. They are a high-cost problem that is directly hammering your bottom line. And the damage here, it just keeps multiplying. It's not just about that one lost sale. A staggering 83% of people will just ditch your site altogether if the info's bad. Maybe 35% will buy anyway, but then the product shows up and it's not what they expected, so they return it, which costs you even more money. And get this, over a quarter of people will doubt your product's quality just because there's no Q&A section. The trust just evaporates. So here's the mindset shift. A customer's question isn't a problem, it's a buying signal. In fact, it's one of the strongest buying signals you can get. It comes from someone who is this close to purchasing. They're literally on the fence. And how you answer that question in that exact moment, that's what decides if they buy or if they bounce. Okay, so if these questions are basically gold just waiting to be mined, how do we actually do it? Well, that leads us straight to the solution. It's a huge shift in how brands talk to people online, and we're calling it the conversational revolution. So, what is conversational commerce? At its heart, it's really simple. It's about bringing that amazing, helpful, one-on-one conversation you'd have with an expert in a real store and putting it right into the digital world. It's about meeting your customers wherever they are, on your site, on social media, even talking to Alexa, and just having a real dialogue that builds their confidence to buy. But let's be clear, this isn't about just throwing another dumb chatbot on your website. No way. The real, powerful solution is building a single, central, intelligent brain for your entire brand's knowledge. You can think of it as a Conversational Commerce Intelligence System, or CCIS. So, what does it actually take to build this digital brain? In this next part, we're going to break down exactly what this thing is and how it makes sure every single customer gets the perfect answer every single time. I mean, you can see the difference right here. Before you have this central brain, it's chaos. Your product data is over here, your marketing slogans are over there, and customer service has their own separate script. The result? Customers get different answers depending on where they ask, and that just breeds frustration and kills trust. But with a CCS, everything flows from one source of truth. The answers are always consistent, and that builds the trust that actually drives revenue.
So how do we build this thing?
It really just boils down to 3 simple layers. First, you have to centralize your knowledge. You pull all of your official, approved information from the systems you already have, your product specs, your marketing images, your brand guidelines. Second, you add the intelligence layer. This is where AI, like GPT-4, comes in to understand the nuances of a question and craft the perfect response. And third, you deploy. You push those smart, consistent conversations out everywhere your customers are. Okay, let's make this super concrete with a real-world example. Imagine a customer with a severe nut allergy. They're on Amazon, looking at Power Crunch protein bars, and they ask the most important question for them. Does this contain tree nuts? This is a zero-mistake zone. A wrong answer here is a massive liability. And this is where that central brain just shines. It doesn't guess, it doesn't scrape some outdated webpage, it instantly pulls the verified, legally approved allergen info straight from the master product database. At the same time, it checks the brand's voice guidelines to make sure the answer is helpful and reassuring. And then, bam, it delivers that one correct, safe answer everywhere at once. On Amazon, on your website, to a chatbot. No confusion, no risk, just a confident customer making a safe choice. And when you get that level of consistency right, that's when things get really powerful. It's not just about giving correct answers anymore. It's about delivering your brand's unique personality and expertise consistently, everywhere, in real time.
So let's take it up a notch. Think about a company like Ferrero. They own multiple, very distinct brands, right? You've got Nutella and you've got Ferrero Rocher. Now, imagine a customer just asks a generic question. Hey, what's a good last-minute gift? The system needs to answer, but which voice should it use?
And check this out. The same underlying system delivers two completely different, totally on-brand answers. For Nutella, the voice is all about warmth, family, sharing a smile. For Ferrero Rocher, it's about elegance, sophistication, elevating a moment. The system becomes a persona engine, making sure every single word reinforces the specific identity of that brand. It's incredible.
But it doesn't stop there. This thing can get incredibly proactive. It can automate entire marketing campaigns. Come November, it flips a switch to holiday mode, suggesting gift ideas and advent calendars. On Christmas Eve, its priority becomes helping panicked shoppers find a store nearby that still has stock. Then in April, boom, it's in Easter mode, talking all about Kinder eggs. It's basically marketing automation on a conversational, super intelligent level.
Okay, this all sounds amazing, maybe even a little futuristic. But you're probably thinking, how on earth do I even start? Well, that's what this last section is all about. A simple, actionable plan to get your first pilot project up and running in just 90 days.
Here's the game plan. First, don't try to boil the ocean. Start small. Pick one high-impact area, like automating the top 20 questions for your single best-selling product. Second, and this is so important, treat every single conversation like a goldmine of data. Read the transcripts. What are people really asking? What are their frustrations? What new ideas are they giving you? And third, use the wins and the insights from that small pilot to get the buy-in you need to scale up, always making the system smarter as you go.
And that really gets to the heart of this whole thing. A system like this is not a piece of software you just install and forget about. It's a strategic asset. It's a living, breathing part of your brand that learns from every single question it's asked. It gets smarter and more valuable to your business with every single customer conversation. So I'll just leave you with this one question. In today's world, just blasting messages one way at your customers, it's not going to cut it anymore. People expect a dialogue. So you have to ask yourself, is your brand just talking at people, or are you building an intelligent brand that's actually ready to talk with them? The answer to that question could very well define your future.